your energy field is literally like a labyrinth. Like you're in the center, right? Safe, secure. And someone keeps trying to get into, and it looks easy. It is easy to get into the labyrinth. But then you're in this world where the walls are shifting and they're trying to get to you. And just when they think they have an opening, it shifts. And then a monster fucking appears out of nowhere, right? And then they're running from the monster. So then they just make it in and then it shifts again. Let's get into this reading. Welcome in, collective. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get into it. All right, what's up, collective? What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, so this is partly a download. That's why I'm all geeked already, and I haven't even pulled any cards because I'm pulling off of a download. Your energy field has been upgraded. Okay, your energy field, all of the healing, all of the shadow work, all of the facing your shadows, facing your challenges, trusting your intuition, you know, has really kind of elevated you in a way that spirit wants you to know. Okay, your energy field has been upgraded, and it's like I keep picking up this labyrinth energy. Like I said, um, like I said in the opener, you're safely in the center, and somebody keeps trying to fucking get in your energy. But this, I feel like most recently they tried to get in your energy, and now they're stuck. You don't know that like you may be able to pick up little subtle energies every now and then, but for the most part, what spirit means by they're stuck, let me explain what I'm picking up. By them continuing to try to get in your energy, they have now put themselves in an energetic looping. Like they're still holding on to something from the past that you have long walked away from. Not that you don't remember, but you just energetically, you're not in at all the same place. This individual has been trying to get into your energy field, whether it's been to siphon your energy, whether it's been to confuse your energy, you by altering your energy or manipulating your energy, whether it's to try to hold you, delay you, stagnate you, block you, whatever. They've been repetitively doing this to the point that while they've been doing that, you've been upgrading, expanding, upgrading, expanding. And now your freaking energy field is like a freaking labyrinth, bro. Easy to get into, even harder to get out. And yet you rest safely in the center, unscathed, unbothered. This is gonna be good. Okay, spirit. Give us some cards. Give us some cards, honey. We need to know more about this. Tell us more. Unconditional divine love in reverse. This is the situation. This is the who. This is somebody who not didn't unconditionally love you. And that may be the case. But what I'm picking up is this is someone who didn't receive from you the unconditional love you were trying to give, which giving unconditional love, as far as you are concerned, is not really a trying. It's just something you do. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you don't gotta try. You know what I mean? To unconditionally love nobody. This is your base. And someone mishandled it. Now, their choice brings about a different consequence than it would for you. Okay? And let's see. What is the desire? This is someone who didn't, even if I just look at this as the Ace of Cups, they didn't love They didn't show the love back to you. They wouldn't give it, and they didn't have the capacity to receive it. This is who we're talking about. All right. What's the desired outcome? This person, shadow work in reverse. And what I'm hearing Spirit say is that damn. See, I might not even need these cards. Someone has been trying to get in your energy so to the point that, and it's like a labyrinth, but it's like a mirrored labyrinth. And because they insisted on trying to get in your energy over and over and over and over and over, now every time they show up, they look you up, they watch you, they hear you, the only thing they can hear is the shadow reflection of themselves. Because you're clearly operating in the light. So it's like being in a whirlwind of shadows. It's like being caught up in a whirlwind, and it's all these shadowy figures around you, and they're all versions of you, and you don't know what the fuck to do because you insisted on getting into a light worker's energy over and over. Now you are stuck in the labyrinth, in the I'm seeing another card from my other deck. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Because I'm hearing in the fragmentation of your light. That's why they got so many shadows that they running into every which way but loose. Okay? Because they're caught in the fragmentation of your light, of your light. And the only thing they can see then, therefore, in that fragmentation is their shadows. Because they don't possess the coding that you possess, the intuition, the wisdom, the experiences to take this fragmented light and make it whole. You can do that, but they can't do that. But they kept trying to get in your energy field. It wouldn't fucking leave you alone. So now they're stuck in all of this fragmented light. Because if they're going to try to steal your light, I think I said this on the sacred empowerments of the divine feminine. Now, some of y'all are newbies, okay? And I want to just put everybody on game. These readings are dope. I really tap into the spirit, and I let the mother and the divine use me in every reading that I do. But the real jewels is in the sacred empowerments of the divine feminine. Go back to the old ones. You know what I mean? I've been breaking bread for a minute. I just kind of had a big boom. Hey, YouTube, I'm here. But I've been breaking bread for a minute, and it's some stuff that I go back and listen to of my own recordings, and I be like, ooh, that's so right now. Like I needed to hear that shit for myself right now. So y'all take a moment and go back into the sacred empowerments. I think we're on season 4. So there's 3 previous seasons, okay? But balance. You can't try to siphon someone's light if you're not prepared to take on their shadows. Where the freak do you think the light is being created from? So you can't just be dipping in people's energy trying to motherfucking take their light if you're not ready for balance. Because there can be no light where there is no shadow. So now this person is stuck. This is why, if somebody was wondering in the collective, you are picking up the little brush of the ear when they send energy. Like you could feel it, you can feel it go past you a little bit. And you just like, why they won't leave me alone? This is why they won't leave you alone. So you are left alone, but you are intuitive. Okay. So you're going to be able to feel the little, oh, they sent the little energy. Oh, okay. So if that's irritating you, I'ma just go on and tell you, it kind of comes with the responsibility of the light you hold. Okay, it's gonna always be some, goddamn bugs and shit. It's gonna always be something trying to get in and seep in and roam around your light field like a damn gnat. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna always be somebody. This particular individual is stuck. They're stuck. And the opposite of, because you've upgraded. You've grown up and out. So whereas in the past it might have been just, oh, let me do a little sex magic or whatever, and I get in their energy and just have them going cuckoo for fucking cocoa puffs and shit. That shit is no. That shit is a no-go. And I feel like just recently someone tried to get into your energy field in that exact way. Can't make it up. All I did was pick up the bottom of the deck. I've been talking. I ain't seen the deck. Ceremony. They just recently did some sort of ritual. Curious messages, endless possibilities. It says dreaming. So if you have been picking up something specific in your dreams for a while, maybe sometimes, like for me here just recently, I wasn't able to remember my dreams, which never happens. I mean, that hasn't happened in years. You know what I mean? Um, I wasn't able to remember my dreams. And so I was like, Spirit team, what's going on with that? You know what I mean? Y'all know I have to be, I don't like to be all off in the sleep and not conscious of where I'm at and what's going on. You know what I mean? So if you've been experiencing something with your dreams, like you've been having a repeat dream, or it's been a little weird, like you're able to remember pieces, but not nearly as much as you were used to, or your dreams are just weird energy for what you know you're used to. That could definitely be this individual doing some sort of ceremony, okay? You have some seraphim as well. My Lord. They need to really go find this. Well, it's too late. Okay. Protection, seraphim. It's up to them in the divine whether they get loose from that. That literally has nothing to do with you anymore, collective. All right. You don't need to do not now another nothing to protect nothing. Not from this or whoever this is. Your spirit team so on top of it, but your energy field will be so difficult to get into because you're just way too intuitive now. So this is definitely a past person who likes to think of somebody in the collective as the same person they used to be. This is somebody that knows you're used to be. You feel me? This is a used to be as. Okay? This is not someone who is familiar with the you that you are now. And that is the problem that they're having. Okay? All right. I'm going to pull a few more. Dreaming came back out. I'm going to get some tarot. I don't want to pull too many of these because I want to clarify with a little bit of tarot. Okay? Dissolve. Mm. Mm. They tried to get in through something that they thought or think is still traumatic for you, or is still a trigger for you, or is still a shadow you carry. They tried to get in. Whenever you met this person, you may have been in a karmic season, right? You may have already started healing, but maybe you met them in the beginning or in the middle, or it was just still something else that needed to be healed and rectified. And so this person in this connection was a catalyst for that, for you, right? Um, they try to kind of backdoor through what they think is a trauma that you are still triggered by. Could be y'all connection in general, could be something they know about you from your childhood, you know um something. But you have expanded, right? So you're so far energetically removed from that one little bitty whatever the fuck it was. You're so far removed because you have gone into this space of being able to dissolve, release identity, merge with source. This is some powerful shit here. I am in divine flow. And that's exactly the point. Spirit wants somebody to know that you may pick that up every now and then, that somebody is, not wanting to let go. Okay. But it's going to be that way because they kind of have put themselves um in a pickle. For real, for real. Because all I can do is shake my motherfucking head. Like, I keep looking at this card, bro. Like, breaking out of an breaking out of all illusions. They wanted your light. They wasn't prepared to take you on your shadows. And the two of you may have shared some shadows, some things that may have been in common, or maybe you experienced with them. Because this doesn't have to be a romantic partner. This could be a family member. This could be a best friend, somebody you grew up with, wanted your light. Every illusion that they had of their own and any illusion that they tried to place you under, now they have to get out of their illusions and yours. I hope that's making some kind of sense. It's like, how in the Bible it talks about how I forgot who it was, but somebody gave somebody a double portion of their anointing. It might have been Elijah when he passed the mantle to Elisha. I can't remember. But there was a double portion given. Might have been David and oh boy. I don't remember. But nevertheless, this is the polarity of a double anointing, which is like a double. I'm gonna say what I heard. A double anointing would be like a double portion of light. The opposite of that would be a double cursing, like a double dose of darkness. Because they wanted it that bad. They wanted it that bad. So they're just, they're in the thick of it. You know what I mean? They're in the thick of it. That's where they are. A shadow that you can easily alchemize because it's yours. It's yours. It's your shadow. You recognize that you did the work. But this vampire here wanted to feed, wanted to feed off of the shadows that you did have that you were still alchemizing. But they wanted to feed off of the light that you had already accomplished. That's why I feel like somebody was not at the very beginning of their awakening. You know what I mean? Like, you were already kind of, and then you run across or you realize a family member or a best friend, and then all of a sudden you're dealing with this energy from this person. Whether this is someone you just met or whether this is someone you've been new. because they were trying to feed off of the light that you were already carrying. But it's apparent that you were carrying some shadow at this point too. And that was the way in, that they got in through the shadow aspect. But then you started healing because you were never going to stop healing. You're never going to stop shifting. You're never going to stop flowing divinely. If there turns out to be a little bit of a you know an obstruction in the flow, you examine it and see how we can get this up out of here so I can keep flowing. It's not that you're just gonna stop and be like sitting in city swamp water, just sitting there stinking, smelling like sulfur. That's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to somebody that knows that they have a fresh current of living water flowing through them, that they flow also in, and you are not going to let anything just block you. But this person expected for you to do that, and now they could have just stopped. Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Your cup is overflowing like a mugger jugger. Your cup is overflowing, honey bun. Clarify this unconditional divine love. See, you're the opposite. Wow. Oh my God. 10 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. When I tell you somebody in this collective is so divinely loved by the realms and every being within them. You are so celebrated. Good googly moogly. I got butterflies on that. 2 of Cups. Oh, the 4 of Wands. Celebrated, I'm telling you. And this is who someone intends to still do some sort of howling at the moon or something. Okay, they still doing this moon magic. I don't know. If it feels like their intentions, they have some purging they need to do first. Like they need to do some sort of purging here. So I see that they have eyes for you for sure. Energetic, like if they played you like they didn't care about you, it's just a weird. I don't know. I feel like they did something for the wrong reasons, and they kept doing it out of desperation to control you, and that is how they ended up in this reverse energy of unconditional divine love. Something they're not being forgiven for. Queen of Swords. 5 of Pentacles, the reverse 7 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. This person is, I don't know how long you've known, I don't know how long since, you know, if it feels like separation, that you've been not in communication with this individual. But however long that's been, believe it or not, they're just now they're just now kind of like accepting that your boundaries and your guard is and your energy and you are protected, and there's going to be nothing There's no getting back. There's no coming back. There's no pulling. There's no sex magic that will reach the collective now. Now I don't have access. So if it's been a while and you keep thinking, why they just won't leave me alone? It's because they're just now getting it. Three of Swords. Because they tried to break your heart. They refuse love, divine love, not romance, even if it was packaged that way. Divine love. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's not working. Tower. Hermit. The King of Pentacles in reverse. The Page of Swords in reverse. I just heard Spirit say, upon further investigation, like upon further investigation, it was determined that this person was still trying to come in on some janky shit. They wanted to put you in the Eight of Swords. They thought you were unhealed in some sort of way. They should have walked away. They should have walked away. They should have just let it go. Wow. Cause Three of Wands, wandering. They're wandering. Aimlessly. Ten of Wands, trying to put down some sort of burden, some sort of anxiety, some sort of fear. The Five of Cups, the High Priestess in reverse, the Empress in reverse. God damn. That means the short of it is somebody's divine feminine aspect has exited the building. They do not have access to their divine femininity. Divine feminine has left the building with this person. Divine feminine, King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So any aspect of femininity that going forward, they'll be dealing with the devouring mother going forward. They'll be dealing with her until such time as this is going to be a hard lesson. Eight of Swords. I'm telling you, stucketh, stooketh, staketh, staketh it down. Okay, that Eight of Swords that they wanted you in. The Emperor, Two of Pentacles. They wanted your divine masculine aspect, your light. Eight of Cups. They should have walked away when they had the chance. You see that shadow figure up there? Look like a big old crow up here. Actually, there's some more here right here too. Man. And you got and see the thing is you have access to both dimensions, and so you're so divinely loved that it's like, man, They can't get through. They can't get out, and they can't get to the center, and they just running around in a loop energetically, because in the light and in the shadow where they're spiraling, those 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 beings that occupy those realms actually look out for you too. So just when they think they got a throughway and they finna reach into your energy, one of those shadows come and you know what I mean? Like just turning the fucking walls of the labyrinth like they should walk away. Page of Swords in reverse. They haven't the slightest idea how to get out of that. Three of Pentacles. Strength. Strength. Your strength is an anomaly. Even when you were like just at that point where you met this person and you may have been kind of just awakening or however that worked, whoever this was, as this Page of Pentacles, in your Page of Pentacles, you were too much fearless. Okay, so you're an anomaly here. The Hierophant, Page of Wands. Injustice, Queen of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. So the injustice took place when they didn't make the investment, when they didn't honor the unconditional love, when they didn't honor love when it showed up. That was the initial reverse justice. But then they invested with some sort of Hierophant energy, Seven of Pentacles, Hierophant, to take action on something. Page of Pentacles, to control you, to put you under some sort of control, to isolate you. Three of Pentacles. That's what it is. Now they are the one isolated. All right, collective. I'm gonna let this one go. This was powerful. This was good. Let me know how it reverberated for you in the comments. All right. I appreciate you guys spending a little bit more time with me. To all of my new viewers, welcome in. Welcome in. All right. If this is your first time, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you being here. I hope that you will subscribe, join the tribe, turn on your notification bell so you know when I'm back with another message. And make sure you come back and check in with me now. Don't just be subscribing and then throwing me down there at the bottom of the subscription pile. You know what I mean? Don't do me like that. Come on, now. Don't do me like that. Come back. Turn your notification bell on, all right? And if anybody's in need of a personal reading, the link is in the description, guys, okay? It'll take you to my website where you can book. Now, when you get to the website, look down halfway down the page, maybe a little bit, and you'll see in small white writing, not too small, you know what I mean? Not like that stuff they be putting on the bottom of contracts and stuff so you can come back later and say, I didn't know. Not that small. But right there in the middle is 2 steps. Okay, if you do both of those and execute both of those steps, it really does make sure that you get your reading back in a timely fashion. All right, fam? So book your readings if you need to, if you desire to. My books are always open. Also, I love you guys and I appreciate your support. Okay, like, share, hype it up if you have one to spare. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, peace, family.